Welcome to the Laser Channel. I'm Greg, and something different today. I'm not going to be doing a project with the laser or covering any laser products at all. I'm actually going to be covering the Kaiweets KM601 Smart Multimeter. Stay tuned to find out about all of the features packed into this nice multimeter. Welcome back. Before I begin, I do have to throw out the small disclaimer that this video is just for entertainment value only. When I talk about the meter, it's just about the features of the meter and not instructions on electrical safety. With that in mind, if you do ever have a question about electrical safety, do please contact an electrical professional to make sure that you understand everything that you're doing. With that out of the way and covered, let's take a look at this cool little tool in this box. When I open the box, I'm greeted by this handy carrying case with a zipper. I open this up. I'm greeted by the instruction manuals, the meter, and on the other side of the case, a set of cables and all of the included batteries. This unit also includes a thermocouple for real-time temperature measurement. A quick tip for you, I recommend hanging on to the instruction manual and keeping that on top of the meter. That way, after I take these test leads out of the bag and they're in this top convenient carrying pouch, none of the test leads will damage or scratch the display of the multimeter. With all of the contents unpackaged, I do want to go over just a couple key specifications on that. I have those set up on the sheet here because they are a little bit lengthy. I'm going to hit just the key points of that. And this KM601 multimeter, when it's turned on, it defaults to the smart mode. In smart mode, the meter will automatically test for voltage, resistance, and continuity. This 601 meter does have the updated display with a larger LCD color screen and a flashlight on the back to use in low light areas. Nothing's more frustrating than trying to take voltage or test measurements in a low light area and you can't see where to place the test leads or what the colors of some of the wires are. And on to the meat and potatoes of what this can measure. The KM601 can accurately measure AC and DC voltage, AC and DC current up to 10 amps. It can also be used to test continuity, capacitance, frequency, and duty cycle, along with resistance, diodes, and real-time temperature. So the applications for this multimeter are industrial and for residential in your household. I wish when I started my technician work about 30 years ago that we had technology like this available. I had just a basic multimeter and it got me through, but there were some times that I wish I had features that are found on this one. So this would be perfect for somebody just graduating college or tech school that is in the electrical or automotive field. Initially, when I received this multimeter, I was expecting a lightweight, cheap plastic multimeter, but instead this multimeter has some weight to it. It comes with this nice removable plastic or rubberized case, kind of like what you'd find on a higher end cell phone to protect it from any bumps or drops. It seems like it has extra padding in the corner, which is usually what takes out screens on electronic devices. Now, one of the things that I've learned over the years with electronics are they're kind of like a recipe. You sprinkle components in there and you get a certain product result from that. And how manufacturers make that cheaper is they don't put as many ingredients in the electronics. And so what I've learned is I can weigh some of these electronics, particularly computer power supplies, and the more they weigh, the more stuff they put inside, and the better performance we get out of that. I have a scale underneath the table here. I have the scale set to pounds and ounces. So the meter without the batteries or the leads attached comes in at almost 8.5 ounces. So this thing is weighing over a half a pound. if I went to my local hardware store and I bought something somewhat similar at about the same price point, it would weigh about half this much, and it just doesn't instill a lot of confidence when I would use that other multimeter. This one, however, I'm pretty excited about it, so I'm going to take the case off, get the batteries in, and fire this bad boy up. It took a little bit to get the multimeter out of the case. I actually like that. Some of the multimeters that I've used, the case is very squishy, but this one does not shift around on the multimeter. On the back side, I do need a screwdriver to install the batteries. I'll grab that and get those installed. There is one screw that is located on the back of the multimeter that needs to be removed to access the battery compartment. And I initially thought that this multimeter took 6 batteries because 2 3-packs are included. However, the multimeter only takes 3 batteries, so that leaves 3 extra batteries for future use. And a quick tip, anytime I have a battery compartment that has a screw to access the batteries, when I replace new batteries in, I always like to power the unit up right away, making sure that the batteries are installed in the correct direction. When I installed the batteries, the unit came on right away. Before I place the meter back into the case, I'm going to peel off the protective film across the front. It's always satisfying to do that. And I'm ready to install the meter back into the protective case. There. Just like when it came out, it put up a little bit of fight. It puts up a little bit of a fight putting back in the case. But again, I like that. That meter is firmly inside of the case. When I first power up the multimeter, it will start in auto mode. And it will flash a couple lights that correspond with the ports underneath the unit on where to plug in the test leads. So I also have labels up here for 10 amp, milliamp, COM, and then this whole slew where most of the time your multimeter lead will be plugged in on this side. So I'll plug the black connector into the COM and the red onto this other side. And as easy as that, this multimeter is ready to be used, whether you're checking a battery or on your laser machine, checking a wiring cable. So with the machine in auto mode, I'll check the voltage of this battery, and I get 1.56 volts. So it can't get much easier than an auto sensing smart digital multimeter. Now, one of the things that I like about this meter is it also tells you the frequency that something is running at. Here in the United States, our regular wall voltage runs at 120 volts at 60 hertz. I'm in rural Wisconsin at the end of about a 1.5 mile road, and we do lose power out here quite a bit, so I end up having to run a generator from time to time, and this meter will be perfect for checking the output voltage of that generator along with the frequency to make sure that it won't harm any of the electronics in the house. And one of the other neat features on this unit is it does check real-time temperature. I'm going to power the unit on. And using the big red button in the middle, I'm going to press that and index over until I get to the temperature option. I'm going to plug in the leads, and again, it tells me what leads to plug in off of this meter setting. So it really is a smart meter. It's almost foolproof, but every time they make something foolproof, we seem to create a better fool. So right now it's telling me it is 15 or 16 degrees centigrade in here. Above that, it also reads the alternate 60 degrees in here. And one of the really neat things about this multimeter is this very large screen that is in full color. I get a readout of temperature in centigrade and in Fahrenheit. I don't have to switch between any menus back and forth to select between the two of them. And just a quick recap of the kind of the menu system of the multimeter. When I first power this on, I'm greeted by it being powered up again in automatic mode. I can put the leads in off to the side here as indicated by the green lights, and it will auto detect what I'm trying to measure. If I want to take it out of that full automatic mode because I know what I'm going to be measuring, I can use this big red button in the middle here, and each time I press that, it will move the indicator needle on the screen telling me what type of measurement I would be taking. So all of these readings that are in the white area would use the bottom two jacks off to this side, again as indicated by the green indicator lights. When I press this button one more time to go over to these functions, I get a red light on the top saying that I'll need to use one of the two jack ports on the other side. And the last thing that I'd like to show you is the flashlight feature that is on the back side. And that's enough light that working in low light areas, you can see where you would like to insert the temperature probe. This is a quality digital multimeter. I would recommend it for home use and in the technical field, whether you're working with electronics or in the automotive field. Well, I keep looking back at this meter and I'm just really impressed for it. I can't believe that it really does have all of these features packed into a smart multimeter for less than $50. Thanks for watching the video. My personal opinion of this meter is I would recommend it. I think it's a great value for the price. I think it's a true performer. It has a lot of features packed on it that more expensive meters do not have, like the added feature of having this zipper carrying case with it to protect the meter when it's not in use. It did come with an extra pack of AAA batteries. Most meters will have a 9-volt battery, and I don't mind 9-volt batteries. However, they are very expensive to replace when you're not at work. 9-volt batteries cost about $3 to $5 a piece. I can buy a lot of AAA batteries for that price. I hope that you liked this video. If you found that this was beneficial for you or you found it entertaining, please like, subscribe, or ring the notification bell for this video and for the channel. Doing so will help connect content like this with viewers like you. Until next time, learn, create, and share.